In today's video, I'm going to share with you two specific drills that we use with our skaters to help them gain confidence in their skating stride and ultimately skate faster. Now, make no mistake, hiring a skating coach, even renting ice, or sometimes even getting to the rink can be a challenge. What I love about this is you can do it from the comfort of your home. And on top of it, I'm going to share progressions with you to make sure that regardless of where your player's at, whether they're playing junior A hockey or they're playing 6U hockey, we can start them out on the right progression. My name is John Swanson. This is X7 Hockey Talk. You'll see my players and alumni in the USHL, playing college Division I, Division III, the AHL, NHL, and even the Olympics. Now, it's super important for our players to be great skaters. The modern game requires great skating speed, and if you want to stand out in a tryout, I'm a firm believer the best skaters have a tendency to stand out in front of those judges. However, sometimes it's hard to get to the rink, and sometimes, maybe your kid isn't blessed with just being a naturally God-gifted skater. So how do we help them? Well, here's two specific drills that I use with our players. So the first one, we're going to work on a single stride, and it starts with her finding her balance point. So we're going to find balance on this right here. And the way we're going to do that is she's going to lean and stack big toe, the knee over the toe, and her nose over there. From here, head is nice and neutral, and she's just balancing, looking like a flamingo. Okay, go ahead and rest. Now, this is challenging, even for somebody that's done a lot of training on skating. It will fatigue your players' level. It'll fatigue your players. So the most important thing I want you to understand is it's not about over-challenging them, it's about building confidence and making sure they can do this. So from a side profile, if we look at the skating position, if she bounces on this leg again, you can also see this shin angle right here in the ankle. She's pushing the knee over the toe. Go ahead, rest. I have a different video and I'll link it in the description below, but there's a major importance here that your skater can do that shin angle on ice. And if they're struggling with it, I would actually look at the skate size, because if they can do it on their bare feet, they should have the biomechanical movements to be able to do it on ice. And if they can't, we want to look at the equipment, because the only thing that changed is what we put this foot in. All right, so let's jump into it. So that was progression one. The second one is once she now has that position, we're going to extend that leg into a stride pattern. She's going directly out. She's using just her big toe to touch. She's not putting a lot of weight on that foot. And return. Good, head is staying nice and neutral, and extend, return. Once they are comfortable with that, now we're going to add in arms, and extend, return. Okay, two things to note here. This hand is coming out over this knee, but this elbow is coming to the hip pocket. Okay, go ahead, return, and go, return. Now, if a player is struggling with their hands, I might have Sloan just get into a foot width squat position, okay? And I'd say quarter squat, and I'd say we're gonna extend and switch, switch. Okay, and I might even regress them just so that the arm mechanics are getting nailed. Let's say they got it. Let's go back into our drill. She's in her balance, and extend. Good, return. Now we're gonna go into teaching the recovery. Essentially, I want you to visualize making a C pattern. The leg is gonna go out and sweep behind and get pulled under. We're gonna remove the arms right now for this progression, just so they can focus on the leg movement. So we're gonna keep it broken into two pieces. It'll be an extension, and then I'll say return. Extend, return. Now, once they got it, what I'm gonna say here is I'll just say go, and she'll extend and return on her own. Go. Good. And you can hear there's a slight little drag. I'm going to challenge her to do that without dragging the foot. Perfect. Now, once she has that, then we'll add back in the arms. I'll bring back the progression of stopping because of the multiple movements of the extension plus the recovery. So extend, recover. And what's important here is during the recovery is the arms have to push and pull together with the foot. Go. Recover. Good. Now that she's nailed it, I'll simply cue her just to go. Ready? Go. Good. Go. Okay. Rest. So how much do we do this with a player? Roughly 3 sets of 5 reps per side, and then you can pick whether you do it 1 day a week, 2 days a week, 3 days a week. Really, how much does that player need to work on their stride? And so that is teaching single stride mechanics. It's teaching the arm drive. It's teaching the leg extension, and it's also teaching the recovery. We're also finding balance, teaching great shoulder position. It's a great drill you can do at home, and it literally costs you nothing other than the time you spent watching this video. But now how do we link the strides together? Well, now we're gonna start to do what is called a weight shift. So feet are gonna get a little wider here. Okay, toes stay forward, and she's gonna lean over to my hand and lean, okay? And again, we're finding that perfect position, and all we're teaching now is for them to go side to side. And go, and go, and rest. So now the next step here is we would add in arms. So go ahead, and go, 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 rest, okay? And the big thing we want to look for during the arm drive is that they are not bringing the hand too far across their body. Can you demonstrate one where you bring the arms too far across? Go. Good. So she's brought the hand over here. It's caused shoulder rotation. I'm going to simply correct her shoulders. And one of the easiest corrections is I might just bring her hand back over the knee. Okay. It squares up the shoulders. Good job. Now we're going to take hands away, and we're going to teach mastering that balance. So now you're going to do a hover. Okay, and what you're going to notice here is she's going to simply just pick the foot off and back down. Okay, these are very challenging. We do these on ice. We also do them off ice. We can do them forward or backwards. If the player starts to overlean or overcompensate to lift that leg, we're going to want to regress them backwards. So can you overlean? And you'll see the shoulders. We lose the shoulders. We lose that midline, and we've lost that nose over the kneecap and over the toe. Okay, so if that's happening, it's too much for them. We want to regress back. Once she's got her hovers down, okay, can we show one more hover? So lean and hover, good. Now we're gonna add simply back in the arms. Lean, hover, and back down. And I'm only looking for about 2 to 3 inches here. It doesn't have to be super high. Can we do one more rep? And let's do the other side. So, good. Head staying neutral, you can go ahead and rest. So there you have it. There's 2 specific skating drills that you can do at the comfort of your home. Tons of different progressions in there. And what matters most is that when you take your player through this, pick the progressional level that's going to build confidence with them, not necessarily just over challenge them. That is the most important part. Again, this is X7 Hockey. My name is John Swanson. Sloan, thanks for demonstrating. And I hope you found this video very helpful.